On these waning days of March, President Biden has a diminishing window of time to pass his $3 trillion infrastructure bill. This would be the next phase of his Build Back Better agenda, following rollout of his $1.9 trillion COVID relief package. Political honeymoons aren't what they used to be. During these difficult times for President Biden, it's now or never. He either gets his infrastructure bill passed or his presidency's impressive incipient momentum could stumble. Politically, one can view this dilemma of win or loss through the lens of polling data. On COVID relief, the president's efforts have paid off. The American public approves of President Biden's pandemic response by 72%, according to ABC-IPSOS, and he enjoys a 54% overall approval rating. However, the danger is that 57% of Americans disapprove of his handling of the immigration situation at the southern border. So the president's strategy is to move forward hard on his Build Back Better agenda. He needs to figure out how not to get derailed by immigration, gun control, voting rights, climate change, international affairs, and many other pressing issues that cannot be ignored. They need to be addressed, but they cannot sideline his primary goals. President Biden is focused on infrastructure and the social safety net. Both areas have endured chronic and decades-old underinvestment. The American Society of Civil Engineers rates the shape of the United States roads and bridges at C-. That's generous. Before it was D. Today's overarching infrastructure needs call for a host of investments. In addition to shovel-ready projects such as roads, bridges, electricity, schools, waterways, ports and dams, airports, public schools, and waste dumps, there are many new needs, such as construction of rural high-bandwidth internet lines and high-speed railways. On the social safety net, President Biden's COVID relief package had pumped tens of billions of dollars into chronically underserved communities by increasing food aid assistance, augmenting education funding, providing increased child care aid, and extending unemployment benefits. President Biden's extraordinarily expensive efforts come as the economy is still wallowing under this once-in-a-century pandemic, and the country remains bitterly divided. Even as congressional Republicans appear to remain universally opposed to President Biden's $3 trillion infrastructure bill, the S&P predicts that it would create 2.3 million jobs by 2024, it would inject $5.7 trillion into the economy, and it would raise the per capita average income by $2,400. These positive effects would overwhelmingly offset the negative impacts of the COVID-induced recession by a factor of 10. Still, COVID-19 looms large today. There are 550,000 confirmed U.S. deaths, with over 1,000 added daily. Because the previous disgraced president politicized COVID policies, many red states have preemptively opened up before we have reached herd immunity from widespread vaccinations. Thanks to red states' mismanagement, new COVID cases have increased 15% from a week ago to 63,000 daily. The good news is that 15% of Americans are fully vaccinated, and President Biden has focused on vaccination rollout so that it is going at a faster pace than ever. The 7-day average of U.S. vaccination doses has risen to 2.7 million shots per day. Dr. Ashish Jha told me on a Zoom conference call last week that all Americans who want to be vaccinated will be by the end of April. Because a significant portion of Trump supporters refuse to be vaccinated, the race is on whether President Biden's massive rollout of inoculations will halt the spread of COVID-19 or whether lingering pockets of infection will fester in red states and throughout the land. Because President Biden inherited a terribly mismanaged set of circumstances from his predecessor, he has a rare opportunity for substantial FDR-level success if he can beat back COVID, address widespread unemployment, re-energize the social safety net, and renew our infrastructure. This will not be easy. He will need to do whatever is possible, even without the filibuster. He must have the support of every Democratic senator. Republicans' main goal seems to be to obstruct all his efforts statewide and in Congress. So for President Biden, it's win or lose time. This is a race for his unifying objective to succeed. From the White House, this is Doug Christian for Real Political News, and join my podcast host, John Christopher Bua, for our next issue of Real Political News.